Shalom and welcome to the weekend edition of the Daily Dose of Hebrew. Well, if you're reading your English Bible, we're in the last verse of Jeremiah chapter 8. If you're reading your Hebrew Bible, which you should, there's actually going to be one verse beyond this one. There's a little difference in the numbering of the verses. So this is the next to the last verse in Hebrew. Jeremiah has been lamenting over the brokenness of his people. And here Jeremiah is going to continue to speak and asking a very poignant question. So let's go ahead and read the text in Hebrew as we get started. Hatzori ein begilad, im rofe ein sham, ki madua lo alata arukat bat ami. So we start with Hatzori. Well, now this, you might not recognize, it might look like an article, except there's no dagesh over there. This is actually a hey interrogative. And usually we're used to seeing it written like this, but because of this combination schwa down here with the comets tuf, what we call hatef comets, so this is an O class vowel over here. It changes the vowel pattern in the hey interrogative over here. So this is a question. It's going to be like a question, sort of like the upside down question mark in Spanish. And sori is a noun which means balm, B-A-L-M, sort of a resin. We talked about the balm of Gilead. Well, that's what we're going to have here, because we're going to have Gilead over here. This actually, we're not exactly sure what this is referring to, but some sort of, in the context, some sort of a healing ointment probably actually shows up back in Genesis 37. With the Midianite traders taking Joseph down to Egypt. They're always bringing balm, and balm is something that seemed to be a highly treasured commodity in the Old Testament and used for medicinal purposes. So even if we can't identify it exactly, we have a rough idea of what's going on. So is balm, is there not in Gilead? So is there no balm in Gilead? No, normally there would be. And this is a continuation. We've seen this before. When you have a two-part question, the second part does not continue with the hey interrogative, but takes im instead, but it's basically the equivalent of another part of the question. So you may translate that or and continue the question, or just start a whole new question if you wish. Is there no balm in Gilead, and is there no rofe? Well, do you know the word rafa, or the verb rafa, which means to heal? Well, rofe, this is just a masculine singular participle with that O vowel right there. It's kal, from that same verb, to heal. So this would be, in a substantive use, this would be a physician or a doctor. Or a doctor or a physician, there is not there. So is there no balm in Gilead? Is there no physician there? For why, and then lo alata, so there's a negation, alata, this looks like a perfect with a simple ending on it from the verb ala, and so we're used to seeing the final hey turn into a tav here, and then you add your 3fs sufformative, and this is a kal from our verb ala, meaning to go up. So why has she not gone up? Arukat. Now this is going to be the subject of the verb over here. And arukat, this is usually written aruka, because here it's in the construct state. It usually has a hey on the end. Aruka, which means healing or restoration. So this would be the healing of the daughter. Again, this nuance of my affectionate, my dear daughter, or my dear people, we may want to say. The healing of the daughter of my people, like we've seen in previous verses. So why has the healing of the daughter of my people not gone up? Gone up in the sense of gone forth, proceeded. Why has there not been some sort of recovery, using Allah in this sort of a little bit unusual way of going forward? Why hasn't this happened? So the question is there no balm in Gilead or doctor? Well, yes, there always has been help available, but why hasn't it happened? Well, because the people have refused to listen to what God has said. They've listened to worthless physicians and worthless leaders, and they've listened to lies and false hopes instead of really listening to what God had for them to say. That's why there has been no healing. So it's a sad lamentation from Jeremiah that we hear here. Let's go ahead and hide our work, look at a couple of translations. First of all, in the New American Standard, which is going to be very straightforward, and most of our translations are pretty straightforward on this verse. Is there no balm in Gilead? Is there no physician there? Why then has not the health of the daughter of my people been restored? Why has not their restoration gone up? The healing gone up? Why has their health not been restored? Good translation there. NEB, the New English Bible. Is there no balm in Gilead, no physician there? No, they've sort of interpreted this a little bit more, but it kind of gives the idea of what's going on. Why has no new skin grown over their wound? So you can kind of get the idea, why has the healing of the daughter of my people gone up? Why no new skin come up over their wound? So a little bit of a paraphrase, but it's very picturesque. You can see exactly what they were hoping for. And then in the Net Bible, which gives us much more of a paraphrase, and actually it's almost sort of a little exposition of what's going on here. With this question, they've turned that into a very strong statement. There is still medicinal ointment for balm available in Gilead. There is still a physician there. So help is available. Why then have my dear people, getting with that daughter idea, my dear people not been restored to health? Well, I'm afraid the answer is obvious, because they have not wanted to. They've continued in their rebellion instead. Good question. God makes his resources available to his people, and it's only the stubbornness of our hearts that keeps us from availing those resources and looking to him for true restoration. Well, we're done in English, but in the Hebrew text, we actually have one more verse in chapter 8, verse 23. So check back with us soon for the next verse in the weekend edition of the Daily Dose of Hebrew. Shalom.